Welcome to the Inlay, taking you inside the box. Now today, I'd like to talk about another fond board game memory for me. Earlier this week, I wrote about Dungeon, the fantastically terrible board game that got me started into board gaming. And today, I'm going to show you another very special game that opened my eyes to the possibilities of board gaming. A friend of mine picked this up because he thought the box cover looked cool, and that impulse buy transported me and my friends into a land of adventure. This is The Adventures, the Temple of Chac, and boy is it a thrill ride. This game really makes you feel like a greedy Indiana Jones, and here's why. Treasures. You need to collect these treasures. You want these treasures. You crave them. Treasures are all that matter in life, and collecting these treasures is the way to win the game. But this will not be easy. Oh, and before I get any further, let me mention that you need to get out alive with these treasures in order to win. Alright? Let's go. Each player takes on the role of one of the game's 12 adventurers, and they start here in the walls room. Now in this room, you can search for treasure, or you can take a look at the back of one of these tiles and try your best to memorize this weird symbol. And I'll explain what those are for in a second. Or you can ignore everything and just try to make your way out of the room as quickly as possible, because with every passing turn, these walls move ever closer. And if you're still in this room when they meet, then your adventure is over just as it was starting to begin. But when you emerge from this room, the first thing you're going to notice is this giant boulder careening towards you. Now this boulder is both a way to kill you and adds a time limit to the game. You see, the boulder moves around the board until it reaches the end, and when it does, it seals the exit, ending the game. Even if you valiantly evaded the boulder's rocky clutches while hanging on to the forking of the mast, it'll mean nothing if you're too slow and get trapped inside. Now with that in mind, you press on forward into the lava room. Now this is where those tiles from the wall room come into play. You see, each of these tiles is a pillar standing above a river of lava just waiting to consume you and any treasures you have along with you, if you step on the wrong one. But which ones are the wrong ones? Well, these tiles here correspond to the tiles in the wall room. They even made sure to give you this screen to cover them up when you're looking at them in the wall room to make sure that you had to memorize the symbol, not just where it was on the board. Because if they do match, if you were too foolhardy to look where you were going, well, you get your just desserts. If you, however, chose wisely, you could pick up a few more treasures from the lava room and be on your merry way towards the end. And this is where you have a decision to make. And remember, the boulder is coming, so time is limited. You could go the safe route around here, but it's slow, and maybe you've got so many treasures at this point that you'll never make it. Alright. You could risk the bridge, but look how rickety this thing is. You never know when it's just going to fall apart under your weight. Or you could risk the raging river. You can scoop up a few more treasures here, but if you miss this last jump to safety, you plummet down the underground waterfall to your death. You see, this game has danger around every corner, and really asks, how lucky do you feel, and how greedy are you? You see, the rooms that give free treasures are hazardous. You can get crushed by walls, or burnt by the lava, or swept away by a raging river. There are treasures lining the walls here, but they require dice rolls to unlock them. And this process is slow. And with the boulder making its way around the board, time is a thing you don't have the luxury to waste. In addition to trying to stay alive in this game, you're just trying to stay on your feet. With each additional treasure, it adds weight, making it harder to do anything. And the way you keep track of this couldn't be simpler. You just grab another character card and slide it behind your character. This character also counts as a second life in case you die early. Now it has this chart on the back that scales depending on the number of treasures you have. And at the beginning of each round, you roll 5 dice. And for each result above this number here, at or above this number here, you get that many actions. So in this case, 3 treasures, the number is 2, so I will get 4 actions. But if I had 4 to 6 treasures, the number is 3, so I would only get 3 actions. And this same die result counts for every player at the table. So, while the quick and agile player that only has 2 or 3 treasures is able to dart around the dungeon all they want, the heavy, cumbersome player can just barely waddle by unless he throws some of his treasures away. This game incites grunts of pain and screams of joy. It makes you pause as the board dice are rolled and throw your arms in the air victoriously as you just barely make it out alive, while those behind you are not so lucky. It is also one of the only non-cooperative games where it's possible for nobody to win, for everyone to get burned or crushed or trapped alive in this impregnable temple. And that fact adds extra pace and tension to a game that's already on a clock. And with the game only taking 45 minutes to play, after you're done with one adventure, you'll probably just want to reset and have another adventure right away. In addition to the fun gameplay, this game has great thematic art on the board and on the cards, and gorgeous plastic pieces here in the walls and in the plastic figures. I mean, this boulder could have just been a cardboard chip or cube or something, but seeing this plastic monster race across the board really does put the pressure on. Plus, this inlay is amazing. It keeps everything nice, neat, and secure, making it very easy to set up and very easy to put away. This game is just so well put together and beautiful. It's easy, it's quick, and most of all, it's fun. So buy it. Buy this game. You'll have a blast with your friends, and maybe it'll inspire you to buy a bullwhip, a fedora, and a ticket to South America to have an adventure of your very own. But, you know, probably not. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more from the Inlay, I have a review of Tanto Core. It's a deck building game about maids. What else you need? You can also find written reviews and articles over at istcomics.com. istcomics.com is the home of the Inlay, as well as the home of the world-famous webcomic Generation. Pretty good webcomic. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.